Hey guys, if you want to know how to use Trello as a tool for collaboration and projects that you're working on, stick around. Alright guys, so let's hop in right away, right? So I'm assuming maybe you have Trello. If you don't, it is an online tool that you can use to track projects and collaborate on things. You can use it as a to-do list. People use it for all sorts of things. I do as well. There's an app that you can download for your phone, which I'd highly recommend, so that it syncs. It's online, cloud-based service, completely free. There are upgrades. There's business paid service. I have never found the need, and that's not even just me being frugal, even though I am. I have never found the need to upgrade my account, and I've been able to do everything that I've ever wanted to do on the free version of Trello. Okay, so it works. It has boards, right? So every board I treat as its own thing, like its own giant project. And when I need to break away something onto its own board, I'll do it, right? So here I have a board, for example, for YouTube, and I use that to keep track of ideas for videos, things that I need to do. I have notes and ideas, 100 videos posted on my 100 video challenge that I'm doing there. So go back home. For example, here's a Udemy board, so I teach online courses with Udemy. This one's really simple, right? There's not like a ton of stuff on here, but I still separated it to put it on its own board when it becomes important enough to be its own project, right? So I have ideas for courses here. This is the one that made the cut for the second course that I'm ever creating. I just finished recording all of the videos, and I'm now finalizing that course. It's a marketing, top 10 online marketing strategies. And I'll sell that course for $10. I'll actually give it away for free at first, but anyways. So that's the idea of boards and how each of those work. Now, if you want to, and you can see I have a ton of them. Here's for speaking. Here's for a meetup group that we have. Here's for the Mobile Rundown, which is an entire business that I run. This is a personal board here. There's really a lot of stuff going on these boards. But let me hop to specifically this one, which is going to be a project-based and involve other people outside of me. So I want to specifically talk to you about that. So King Cake event. This is an event that we're going to put on in our city of Mobile, Alabama during Mardi Gras time. If you've never heard of Mardi Gras, hope you check it out. Anyways, originated in Mobile, New Orleans, does it crazier and wilder, but that's beside the point. So before I start a board on Trello, when I'm doing something with people, like a collaborative project, I tend to start a Google Doc first, right? So I only move it over to Trello if it becomes a project or something that we're going to collaborate with other people. So I started out as a Google Doc. I invited everyone to it, right? So I shared the doc. If you don't use this, I would highly recommend it. So anyone could edit this document. We have 4 people total. My business partner, aka my wife, and then 2 other individuals that we're working on with this specific project. And so we were able to collaborate on a Google Doc. Well, we got serious and we were moving forward with this project, with producing this event in our city. So I told them I was going to move it over to Trello because I thought it would be a better way to track the project, right? So here's how I use Trello, and possibly a way that you could use it as well for this collaboration. So over here I have general ideas and notes. So anything that's like general is over here. And so these are called cards. So this is called a list. So these are lists. And you can have as many as you want. It'll go over, keep going to the right if you make more. But I've found that typically on one screen it's plenty for me. It's all that I need. Okay, so I created this morning already. Just kind of got it going. And I'm looking to transfer all the information from this document over to Trello. So here's the general idea and notes. You can see. So let me click in a card so you can see how I typically use cards. Usually you can add a description up here, add some information. There can be members to specific cards if you want. So as I add the 4 total members to the group and they come on board, they'll be over here. I could add those members to this card is something that I can do. Which is pretty cool. I can add a due date, so this card can have a due date that everyone knows about. I can attach files, which is pretty cool. So I can watch it and I can get notified when something changes, which is excellent if people are tracking the same card, etc. So that's really cool. So if you're, you're a user, you can click watch and get notifications inside the app. You can then in your settings turn on to even get email notifications if you choose to. So that's pretty cool. So inside of cards, typically what I use is what's called a checklist. So this is actually a checklist. So a lot of the items that I come up with are just a list of things that need to be done or ideas. So general ideas go here is what I named the checklist. But so you click checklist. You say do these, right? So now I have thing 1, thing 2, and there they are, right? So here are the things. So I just created a second checklist. Pretty cool, really easy. Click them as you go, no problem. If you don't want to see them all and you have a ton of things, you can actually hide the completed items so that you don't even see what's been done. You can always check them at any time as well. When the card is done and you don't need this anymore, you can actually archive it. So you can archive the card, it removes it, it doesn't delete it, you can bring it back if you need to, but typically you only archive it when you are completely done with something. So if you delete something, it is permanent, there's no way to go back. So I am going to delete that checklist. But inside of each of the cards, I'm typically using lists, right? So we were just there, general ideas, sponsor ideas, here's a list. And what we will do, because this is project based, we will move this from things that are just general ideas and notes to to-dos, so things that we need to get done. And these may or may not have items inside of the card. Now this one probably does because we have event names. I actually put it up here in the description. I could have done it as a checklist, but we have event names. So these are things that need to be done, right? So things to do. Now, when we're actively working on them, what we're going to do is we're going to move them over to the where they are doing. So we're doing this, okay? And this card, again, don't forget, it may be assigned and have members, right? So whoever's in this board, and I'm going to invite the other three, like I told you, the other three group people to this board. Any of them may be assigned to a card. So that way, people know that, okay, this is a job that I'm working on, and when you're doing it, it goes here. Then when it gets completed, it gets done, you move it over here to the done pile. And you can set up where people get notified when things are moved to different columns. Another thing that's kind of interesting is labels, and I don't know if we'll use that for this project or not, but you may have seen it here. So there's different labels, right? So your project may have different things that need to be done, right? Like, so maybe a label could be possibly a person, or no, let's say that they're for different items, right? So let's say yellow is decorations, let's say green is for entertainment. So you gotta click this, the little pencil, entertainment. All right, so now these cards can have labels. So what you can do is actually filter cards, and you saw I clicked this here, this menu up here in the top right corner. You could actually filter by label, right? So I could filter by, I could just show all the cards that have to do with decorations. And then boom, there it is right there. Or I could say, oh, show me all the cards that have to do with decorations and entertainment. Or only the cards that have to do with entertainment, right? So if you label a card with those filter, you can filter these cards. So that's a pretty useful tool as well. And there is more. Like, that's not all. There's even more, but I think that's plenty to get you going to use Trello, and that is free. Like, I have not paid for this tool. Highly advise you guys to use Trello as a tool, and let me know some tips maybe that you think are major that I did not share. Please do so down in the comments below. Thanks. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Please, if you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to get more videos like this from me. You can even hit the little bell notification icon to actually get notified every time those videos come out. And so I believe that life and business is one great adventure, and I would really love to journey that with you. So I think that we shouldn't just think outside the box, but we should completely destroy the box. So below in the description, you'll find some links a couple of resources, a couple of free ebooks, ways to make money online, as well as how to connect with me. And I would also love for you guys to pop a comment down below. I'd really love to keep in touch with you. Take care.